Yes! Welcome to the KK Petty TV.
Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel.
We do doll videos, Roblox, baking, and vlogs.
We also do short films such as The Story of Crazy Face, and we also do Talking Hot Show.
A special thank you to Blue Blood Sports TV. Thank you so much for your support. We will continue to work hard and bring you more content. Bye!
Hi, my name is Heather the Heat Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
This is Amanda the Real Deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
And I'm Janita.
And you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer SAUL Canelo Alvarez once again decides that he will not fight the best in the division this year. He will not fight IBF super middleweight world champion, undefeated superstar boxer Caleb Plant, nor will he fight WBC undefeated world champion, Mexican superstar super middleweight world champion David Benavidez. Canelo Alvarez says that, in fact, he wants to fight Billy Joe Saunders in September, and then he wants to face off against Gennady Triple G Golovkin once again in December. He says he wants to fight twice this year. David Benavidez is a superstar in Mexico. It makes all the sense in the world to stage this fight. He's 22-0, 19 by way of knockout. He's a young guy, 23 years old, but again, he's a serious threat to Canelo Alvarez. He stands at 6'2". He's very big. He has a lot of power. He's relentless. He comes forward, and he don't know how to lose. That makes all the sense in the world, right? This fight has been talked about for quite some time. And Canelo Alvarez, once again, is in a division where he's campaigning and not choosing to fight the best champion available, right? He did so when he moved up to light heavyweight. He chose Sergey Crusher Kovalev as his opponent, right? When you had Artur Beterbiev and you have Dmitry Bivol and Glasgow right there in the division. Now, Sergey Kovalev, yes, for mainstream casuals, he's the bigger name, so it's understandable. But yet, he's just not picking the best champion available, right? Caleb Plant, 20-0, 12 by way of knockout, IBF champion, 27 years old, stands 6'1", right? He don't choose to fight him. He wants to fight the guy that moved up to super middleweight, Billy Joe Saunders. Yes, Billy Joe Saunders is undefeated, but Billy Joe Saunders is seen as the weaker of the champions at 168, point blank and period. That's just what it is. Call a spade a spade. You also have Callum Smith, right, who's the WBA regular champion. Canelo Alvarez is the WBA interim champion, right? He's not the true WBA super middleweight champion. He beat Rocky Fielding for the title, but Rocky Fielding was never the official title holder. So he's going to fight Billy Joe Saunders, who's 29-0, 14 by way of knockout in September. He holds the WBO super middleweight world title. Billy Joe Saunders is a southpaw, stands 5'11", right? But Billy Joe Saunders in his last fight against Caceres did not look all that well. When Billy Joe Saunders looked at his best, when he fought David Lemieux and Willie Monroe, Canelo Alvarez didn't seriously consider him as an opponent. But when he fought Caceres in his last fight back in November, he didn't look that well. He didn't look so hot, right? He got the KO. People are going to look at the ending and say he got the knockout victory. Yeah, well, it was one punch that changed the fight in the fight that he was losing, and then he capitalized on it. So kudos to him, right, for capitalizing on it, right? And before that, he's fought Billy Joe Saunders, Shafat Usifi, who's 27-3-2, and got a unanimous decision victory over him. Prior to that, he fought Charles Adamu, right, 32-13 with 13 losses. So he was never, Billy Joe Saunders is not coming off his best victory, and Canelo Alvarez is giving him his opportunity, right? And Canelo Alvarez would tell anybody that would listen that he had no interest in fighting Gennady Triple G Golovkin in a trilogy match. He said the chapter was closed. This is what Canelo Alvarez continued to tell anybody that would listen when Gennady Golovkin was campaigning for this fight. He didn't want the fight. Gennady Golovkin, 41-1. One loss to Canelo Alvarez, one draw to Canelo Alvarez. 35 by way of knockout, right? He's 38 years of age, 5'10", and he fights at, get this, middleweight. He's not a super middleweight. He's not a 168-pounder. He's a 160-pounder. And he lost, arguably, his last fight against Sergey Derevyanchenko. That was a fight that should have went in the decision in the direction of Sergey Derevyanchenko. But the powers that be thought that it would be a better idea for Sergey Derevyanchenko not to get the nod and for Gennady Golovkin to get the nod because he's the bigger name, so that way they could stage a trilogy match with Canelo Alvarez, right? So, but you're going to drop down to 160. But again, when you drop down to 160, you're not willing to fight the best at 160 because Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo are considered the best two fighters at 160. They will both be favored if they face Gennady Golovkin right now. So the best two fighters in that division will be Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. The best two fighters at 168 is Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, and Caleb Smith. And yet he's choosing Gennady Golovkin, the weaker champion. He's choosing Billy Joe Saunders, the weaker champion at 68. And he chose Sergey Kovalev, the weaker champion at 175. But yet people continue to tag him as the face of the sport of boxing. I wonder why, right? The serious threats to Canelo Alvarez losing, he's not taking those opportunities. He's not taking on those tasks and trying to take on the best and prove he's the best. The boxing world seems to just want to tag him as the best without him actually getting in there and proving he's the best. So let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Jasmine. Thank you for watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, soy Jasmine. Gracias por ver Sangre Azul Deportes TV. Gracias.